Rogers TV, the voice of college football, talking up the LSU Tigers. The best way to do that I can think of is to bring in Matt Moscona. You can join him on ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans. His show, After Further Review, catch it 3 to 6 Central Time weekdays. Matt, how you doing this afternoon?
Mark, I'm great. I had a barbecue by the pool yesterday, and it's February. It looks like you're wearing a little quarter zip there, freezing up there in the great Northeast. So I'm fantastic.
Well, I'm going to brag about our one day at 72 last Wednesday. So we hit about 3 days above 60, and we peaked out at 72, and then about 35 the next day. But we'll be in the mid-50s this week.
We're 2 weeks running in the 80s, so we're good.
Yeah. Let's stop this conversation right now. Let's talk about football. That's supposed to be played not in the 80s, unless of course you're in the SEC. Okay, so let's look at National Signing Day. So we had the split in regards to the early signing period, the National Signing Day that is the traditional first week of February. LSU, everybody focuses on that top 3 to 5 teams and not a whole lot of national attention toward LSU, but still by all accounts a good recruiting class.
Yeah, it was the early signing period and the traditional signing day were kind of a tale of two different days for LSU. So you had the early signing period and LSU did work. I mean, they got everybody that had been committed signed. And Ed Orgeron said all season that they needed to reinforce their lines, and he was going to go get JUCO linemen, and he did. He got the #1 JUCO offensive tackle in the country. He got a top 5 JUCO offensive guard in the country. The early signing period was a great success, and all they had left was to fill a few spots on the traditional signing day, and that's where the day kind of went awry for LSU. They were hoping to get, or thinking all along, that they would get the #1 corner in the country, and Pat Surtain Jr. He instead picked Alabama after being, considered an LSU lean by his own admission his entire recruitment. Because they had to slow play that, they missed out on another cornerback, Mario Goodrich, who went to Clemson. So LSU ended up not signing a cornerback in the class, and that leaves them in a little bit of a conundrum here, Mark. They've got 12 scholarship wide receivers on the roster and 4 scholarship cornerbacks. There's a great imbalance there. So Ed Orgeron's talked a little bit about what he's going to do. One of the safeties they signed in this class, Kelvin Joseph, who's a great prospect from about 10 minutes from LSU's campus, he'll play corner instead of safety. And they're going to move one of their wide receivers, Manny Netherly, a former 4-star. They'll move him to cornerback as well to try to help with the numbers there. But that, needless to say, that's going to be one of the big positions people watch come spring. And the other thing, Mark, is they did not sign a quarterback. So they got 2 last year, but their numbers there are going to be thin. So I'd say look for LSU in this offseason, hit the grad transfer market looking for cornerbacks and possibly a quarterback as well.
So for LSU to be short on cornerbacks, that's
odd.
That's odd. I don't know that they necessarily carry more than other teams on the roster, but it's just the quality that we all know about from recent history, of course.